I know what you're thinking, typical New York comedian, abrasive, aggressive, from Leeds. So, interesting time for me. I just turned 35 years old. Thanks very much. I beat Jesus. It's not a big birthday, it just means that I've arrived at a stage in life where I look like both a Catholic priest and the boy he molested. This one was looking at me like, that is the most accurate thing anyone's ever said on my face. So yeah, I've come here from New York. I've been living in America for about 5 years. And they still don't understand that I'm not from London, I'm from the north of England. The only way I could explain it to them was saying, like, being from the north of England is like being from Alabama in America.
Alabama.
You repeat a word I said, well done. You can have 10 points after the show. So being from the north of England is like being from Alabama in America. And I said to them, basically, when I speak, what someone from London hears is, dang, they got cheese and chips and gravy on sale at Lidl? I'm gonna get 5 Yorkshire puddings and have myself a feast. I don't mind, I love being from the north of England, especially in America, and especially after Game of Thrones. Because as a northerner, Jon Snow is 100% responsible for 75% of that sex I've had in New York. I remember the first day I went on, this girl goes, oh my God, you sound like Jon Snow. Are you like from north of the wall? And I said, no, because John's not. I mean, he goes north of the wall, but he's from Winterfell. Yeah. Glad you guys like it. That little speech accounts for 25% of the sex I haven't had. Because once a girl no longer believes I resemble Jon Snow, I'm just James Corden. So I've learned a lot about myself since I moved to New York. And I think one of the biggest things I've learned is I'm about a 5 out of 10 at attracting American women. But I mean 9 out of 10 at attracting American weirdos. And I learned that my first weekend. I was getting an apartment. I was working with this real estate agent. She was very, very cute. And she picked me an apartment outside the world-famous headquarters of the Hells Angels motorcycle gang. Ooh. Exactly, it's the perfect place for someone who looks like they still get tucked in every night. So, I go to the apartment and I see the real estate agent. She's very cute, I'm very excited to see her. So I wave to her like Kermit the Frog with a cocaine problem, like, hi! And as I do that, one of my big bags nudges one of the Hells Angels' sacred motorbikes. And this guy jumps up, grabs me and goes, hey, you yuppie fuck! You want some new stitches to go in your new apartment? To which I said, no, absolutely not! And he said, wait a minute. Are you British? Yes! And then the strangest thing happened. He just grabbed my face very tenderly and went, well, all right then. And just let me go. Now, it turns out that meant we were prison married, but he didn't make me consummate it for weeks. And he was very gentle. So I thought any chance I had of this real estate agent had gone, but she turned to me and goes, oh my God, that was so cute and British. And I was like, oh, did I remind you of Hugh Grant in Notting Hill? She said, no, you're like that one in Family Guy. I said, Family Guy? British? Do you mean Stewie Griffin? She said, yeah, you're just like a little fancy baby. Fancy baby t-shirts are available outside. Been manning our merch stand. So, since I moved to New York, I've been going on a lot of dates. Lads, book yourself a ticket, treat yourself. But I'm always a little bit surprised when girls say yes, because I'm very well aware I have the body of a child's stuffed toy. And I just find it very hard to believe that girls walking into a bar, sees me across a crowded room and is like, damn, Paddington Bear, 12 o'clock. Step back, girls, Mama's taking a trip to Toys R Us. I just don't believe that's a thing. Thanks for your input. Always appreciated. But I think I figured out why I get dates in New York, and I think it's because, as a British guy, I'm like an exotic animal to be captured. And a lot of girls in New York treat Tinder like it's Pokemon Go. Like, don't get me wrong, you can have an awful lot of fun dating in New York as an exotic animal, but there is one major drawback, which is you can always get fucked over by a more exotic animal. And for British guys, that means Australians. Bunch of suntanned cunts. So as far as Americans are concerned, we've got the same accent, but they're better looking. They're like the Californians of the British Empire. This goes a long way to explaining why I hate my best friend in New York, who is an Australian. So for the purposes of this story, we're just going to call him Johnny Marr. Because his name's Johnny Marr. And me and Johnny are like the classic British and Australian guys. Like, I am polite, and I'm on time, and I'm dressed like a substitute teacher at Hobbit High. And Johnny's 6'2" with a lovely beard, and he was once mistaken for Chris Hemsworth, the Aussie bloke who plays Thor in the Avengers. Which at best makes me Rocket Raccoon. True story, my little sister came to visit last year, and she was hanging out with me and Johnny, and she looked at Johnny, looked at me, looked at Johnny, looked at me, turned to me, and dead in the eyes just said, "Tom, is this what a man your age is supposed to look like?" Oh, and by the way, happy birthday. So, me and Johnny go out to bars together a lot, because we're a couple of lads. That's what lads do. And I'm usually the one who goes and talks to girls first. And it's not because I'm very good at it, it's just I crave the attention of strangers everywhere I go. So I'll wander over to a girl, I think it's going pretty well, I think I'm about to get a number, but all Johnny has to do to get her attention is wander over and say something like, "G'day, darling. How you going?" And I'll see her pupils start dilating and her heart starts beating faster. And I know she's about to choose Thor over Paddington Bear. So I'm backed into a corner really. There's only certain things I can do in that situation. So I lean over to the girl and I very politely explain that Johnny, like many Australians, has syphilis. I continue to explain that Johnny caught syphilis the way all Australian men catch syphilis, which is by being aggressively fucked by one of those really big kangaroos. So, you know, you can always get fucked over by a more exotic animal. First time I told that joke, I asked Johnny how he felt about it, and he said, "No worries, mate. The joke's on them anyway. I've got chlamydia, not syphilis." I've been Thomas Henry. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you very much.